We're live. Hey, hello. Welcome to the Generation 1099 show, episode number 5. Thank you so much. I think everyone knows the panel by now. Tiffany and Hugo, Sell Quick, Ship Quick. Kenneth IBFlippingDaily. Me,
Good.
your host, Yvon, Thrifty Rich, and Julie, Casa, Chic, couldn't make it today. So the wonderful Lucy, Reseller Mom, has filled in.
Hello,
And
and
I have
thank you.
added her Instagram and her YouTube link down into the video description along with ours. So here we go. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to pull up. Can you guys believe that like the year's half over already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Right? What is going on? Oh my goodness. But I think that so far for me it's been good. I've been having fun. I've made some good changes. Some of my goals I've already implemented. I'll talk about it when it's my turn. Um, we'll go in chronological order. Tiffany, Hugo, why don't you speak on that for a moment? And I'm going to pull up our segment list.
So happy you're gone. That's what you want to talk about. Yeah.
Start there for a minute.
So time flies for us. So we went to eBay Open last year, and at that time we were just selling together for about 6 months.
Yeah, just shy of 6 months when we went.
And but I mean, the way she works real organized and with like intent. So even at 6 months, we had a lot of products up. We had a lot of things, and we learned a lot from different mistakes. So then now looking at these last,
These last 6 months,
like it's been good. It's been busy.
it's been very good. Yeah, we've definitely. I think it was a little bit slower for us a month ago, 2 months ago. I
Yeah,
think we had some travel in May, so our sales slowed down. And then this past month, June, I think this is our highest grossing month to date.
yeah. So it's a pretty good month. But the difference we saw is, when we are both working as hard as we can on it, it works.
Did you guys get to implement any of your like New Year's resolutions? Have any of them been successful? Did you drop any of them? Did you be like, okay, this really isn't what we thought? I mean, how's that going for you guys?
I think our goals for our business have been we've been sticking with them except for Amazon.
Yeah, the only one we haven't kept up with is
I
Amazon.
think our
But with eBay and Poshmark Mercari, we're keeping up on the sales, the listing.
slowly implementing Etsy.
Yeah. But we were talking about doing, we have Amazon, but we just are not active on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny you say Etsy. I was thinking to maybe add Amazon sometime later this year. But the more I think about it, because of some other changes I made, I'm kind of looking at Etsy too. So that's interesting.
Yeah, we made an Etsy sale yesterday. Yesterday was pretty cool. We had sales on Mercari, Etsy, eBay, and Poshmark.
And are you guys saying that you just started your Etsy?
We've had it for a bit, but we don't have
We
much
put like one item a month.
randomly on there.
Oh, you just fluffed it up and you already had a sale.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's good to know. That's what I wanted to hear. Well, Lucy, what about you? Just a quick check-in on how it's going here mid-year.
This year has been very good, and I've had some ups and some downs. I broke my foot this spring, so that set me back a little bit. But all in all, I just pulled my numbers at the end of June, and I've done over 80,000 so far this year, and so I'm hoping to do more with Q3 and Q4, obviously, and so that's exciting. And then as far as changes and stuff goes, I've signed up for ASD, so I will be down in Vegas during eBay open time, but I'm there for mostly ASD. And then I signed up with a repricer this spring with Channel Max. A lot of people debate between Channel Max and Aurora. I've heard good things about both. Went with Channel Max, and then they just implemented a thing where they will, on your behalf, go after like reimbursements and shipments that haven't been missing things in your shipments and stuff, and they just take like a 15% commission. So I went ahead and signed up for that, and that has been implementing. And so it's a little extra money and then less work for me. So that's kind of what I'm going is how do I move? I've really put a lot of emphasis on my wholesale part of my business, which has been growing, which is good. And then continuing with that line of thought for the rest of the year, as well as things like just things that don't require a whole lot of work from me that I can automate.
What was the name of that new repricer you decided to?
Channel Max.
Channel Max.
Mm-hmm. And I really they did a lot of, they do a whole online orientation where they VPN into your computer. They walk you through which buttons to work and how things work and how to price different things. And there's a couple different ways you'd want to target pricing.
Okay, Kenneth, little mid-year check-in for you.
And gosh, Lucy and I were talking before the show, and she was telling me about Amazon and everything, and she gave me a 60-day total. So I went to my eBay to grab a number. Guys, in 60 days, I've sold $389 worth of product. Dismal. But once again, I've shut my store down. I've got a few hard goods listed. But, for this year, my goal was to have a patent finalized by the first quarter, and I've almost made it in the second quarter. 10 more days, I'm assured. So that's what's going on with me.
Okay, my check-in. Working on a couple of new YouTube channels, so that's going well. And this wasn't a New Year resolution, but I added it later to, I did say that I wanted to go ahead and go back to doing hard goods as well as my clothing that I love. Thank you. Thank you. Easy, Brock. Okay. But what I did is I decided to add a category of hard goods that I'm not very well versed in. Like, I know how to pick out the newer things that are trending and some retro things, but when it comes to like real super vintage and antique, especially of the more frilly nature, I wish I could think of a better word to say that. More
Foo-foo.
feminine. I know. Foo-foo. Okay, let's see, that'll get me in trouble. Okay, anyways. Things are out of my wheelhouse, okay? So especially like glassware and stuff. So I like metal detecting too. And so there's a girl that does that. She works for Garrett and she has a YouTube channel. Well, then she also has a reselling channel. She sells, it's Crazy Lamp Lady. You guys have probably heard of her. Crazy Lamp Lady, Jocelyn. So, and then she started as her reselling Etsy and eBay Facebook group or YouTube channel grew, she would get, how it is when you're like the big ones, they get inundated with questions like, how much is this worth? Or can you tell me what this is? So she started a Facebook group so that other people could help answer that, and solve those problems for her viewers. And then it just grew and grew. I think it's like 19,000 members now. And so she kind of changed it to where it's called Old Things and Pickers. Old Thrifters and Pickers. I'll tell you, I'll put it down in the description later, you guys. Anyways, it's Crazy Lamp Lady. Most people will watch her anyways if you're into that kind of thing. Point is, I have been learning a lot about stuff that I don't know anything about. So I've only been in it for 2 weeks, but I have binge watched most of her haul videos, and I've learned a lot about that kind of stuff that, like, gosh, I don't want to be rude, but like, I remember my grandma having, okay, but it's worth a lot of money, some of it now. So I'll show you guys a piece later when it's my turn about tips. So that's kind of what I implemented so far this year, those two things. All right. Did we settle down in the chat, for goodness sakes? My goodness. I mean, she's on YouTube. Yes. Viking's mother. Yeah. She has 2 YouTube channels. So does her sidekick, Sue. Just started one. And her man, Drew, has one for the metal detecting, which I love too. Anyways, just answering the chat. Okay, let's see. So show segments will start. Unique sale of the day. Anybody have anything great? Gosh, it's been a month for us. We haven't even hardly talked. We've all been so busy, right? We haven't even hardly talked behind the scenes. So Hugo and Tiffany, chronological order. Hugo and Tiffany, anything you want to share?
Well, I was slow to do it. So I've randomly, I take forever sometimes to list items. I'm sure I'm not alone. But it's the items, the bigger, bulkier stuff I got. But a while ago, I got an 8-track player, and I told you guys that one sold for decent money, easy to ship. Well, I listed an 8-track player. I listed this like maybe Friday.
Yeah, it's a JCPenney 5-changer 8-track player.
Yeah, and it sold by was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
It sold yesterday for 105.
Yeah, with shipping included in there.
Is that on your Instagram? Because did Tiffany just say 5-changer
8-track? Yeah.
Is that even a thing?
So they're stacked. They're stacked, and when you would play, it just plays through the 8-track. If you change track, it'll drop down to the next cassette, and it'll just keep cycling through all 5.
8-track, not because the 8-track. Okay, that's crazy. Because I grew up at the tail end of 8-tracks just before they switched to. I grew up with 8 as a teenager, young teenager. Albums, of course, they were like $5 at Kmart. Could get an album for $5. I swear, good names too, and then 8-tracks. So you probably did too, right? You probably had some 8-tracks in your youth. I've never seen a changer like that. You had to like manually just like
take it out and switch out.
I'm gonna go look at that. That sounds so cool.
We have another one that we're keeping because it was really nice, and we're gonna keep it for our home radio because it's a big Panasonic one, the aluminum or like looking frame around, all the nice stuff.
Just to be cool, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Our hair rollers.
Hair rollers are on fire right now. Like they're hot.
We sell hair rollers a few times a week, and we got that from Debbie.
Yeah.
From Deb Pinching Pesos. I'm gonna ask you that.
Like a year ago when I first saw you on the talk show with her.
But our hair rollers are selling, like we've been selling 2 a week.
Yeah.
And we've been picking them up, and they're the exact ones that she talked about, but they've been selling for us.
It must be pageant time, right? It must be pageant time.
And local sales too. I actually sold one on OfferUp and met up at Vaughn's to handle.
Someone drove out they were kind of far too.
Yeah.
They were kind of far. They probably drove 45 minutes to get the hair rollers.
Were these the older ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
The velvet wrapped ones or whatever.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And they're so easy to find in the thrift store. I'm like, you can go to any thrift store and you're gonna see there's gonna be a choice of a couple at least.
Yeah.
And he's been picking up duplicates of we'll sell a pair or a box of rollers, and then we'll end up finding the exact same one that week.
Yeah.
And recycle the listing.
Yeah.
That's going to be one of my stories later. Same thing. Gotcha.
Boy, I can't find hair rollers to save my life in my area.
Where are you at? You're in Oregon?
The Seattle area.
Oh, Seattle? Okay.
Yeah, but with the weather, it probably doesn't matter if you put hair rollers. It probably doesn't hold.
Not going to work. Well, Lucy, you're up. Any interesting sales? Bolos?
Yeah. So we had a garage sale 2 weeks ago. And so during that time, my husband pulled out all his electronics that he's an IT person. And anyhow, just sold these last night. There's some sort of magnetic iMac power cable thingamabobber, but $44 for those two. So that was good. And then I have another interesting one. He and my son both play Magic the Gathering by Wizards, owned by Hasbro now. The head corporate office for them is just a few blocks from me. Anyhow, so I was at Goodwill and I saw some older cards that were still sealed, just little packs that were sitting up on the Goodwill thing. And they wanted like $1.29 or $1.50 for them. And so I scanned them on Amazon and they're going for $15 a pack. So I'm like, scoop. I got about 12 of them. And instead of going on Amazon, he's actually going to flip them at the local card shop. And the guy's going to give us $100 cash for the 15 packs of them. And then he'll give me back my $15 I spent on them. But that was pretty good. And then, I've just been selling the garage sale stuff and then a couple local flips from that. Getting that stuff gone on top of eBay and Amazon. But those were the interesting ones.
That would be quick and easy. Wonder how I found Lucy. I met Lucy last year at eBay Open. She had a broken arm. Lucy tends to have a broken body part at any given time. Some body part is broken on Lucy, but that's okay.
I'm going to knock on some wood.
The reason that I started following Lucy a while back was because thinking about Amazon, she does really good videos, straightforward about her retail arbitrage. And so that's what I loved about Lucy's YouTube channel.
That's my main game, and my main game's been at Kohl's lately with all the Kohl's Cash and the deals and learning that store. So that's been fun.
You just dropped one this morning, didn't you?
That was I've been on this Code Red diet, so I've just been blogging that too, just as a side thing.
So some lifestyle tips too on your channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember you introduced us to her when we were at the table.
Yeah, it was at the buffet. We were all eating. Yeah. So you guys met too. Yeah.
Yep.
Arlen and Cass, remember?
Remember the cat.
I remember that.
I hated that
She wanted
thing.
to know where the bar was. Where's the liquor? And I'm like, it's lunch, Lucy. This is lunch.
It's never too early to drink.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Viking's Mother, I put Lucy's YouTube and Instagram link down into the video description along with everyone else's, but it's Reseller Mom. Okay. Kenneth, well, I know you've been working on a project, so you're on the download with sales, but of that little 300 what's the most interesting?
It was a toy that sold for, I think, $139, some 1985 Superpowers product, still part of that toy collection. I think I'm down to 2 of those left. I've got one listed at $219, I think. The other one's around $130. But no, that's about, gosh, and I don't even know what the other sales were. It's been so long ago, in all honesty.
Are you coming back?
What, to eBay?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh gosh, yes. I pulled everything off. I put everything back on for 1 minute and took it back down. eBay concierge recommendation, because I'm not trying to lose my listings. I'm hoping they say in 10 days I can come out with my product. I can do whatever I want on eBay store and produce whatever I want. So 10 days as of right now.
Okay, so maybe next month you'll have some more information you can share with us about what you've got up your sleeve.
Oh, definitely.
Yay.
Definitely. Or you'll read about my obituary. Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
I may kill myself if it's not so.
I thought that was a reference to your wife. I'm like,
No.
Well, okay. Let's see. I will try to screen share. If you guys hang with me, let's try it. Let me remember how. Application window. That's not it. All right, I already forgot, so guess it's not gonna. I already forgot. Oh, I had it. Hang on, I had it. Dang it. Dun, 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 dun. Got it. It's doing it, right, y'all?
Yep, perfect.
So now, if I scroll this over, I can show you guys. Okay, let's. I'm going to do a solo video, so I'm only going to talk about 2 things. Let's start here. The Mr. Coffee. This is again Deb pinching paste. Those were her ears are probably burning. I learned this from her, my friend Deb. I've been following her for a long time. One of the first people that I met in the reseller community way back. So she sells all these Mr. Coffee chocolate makers. This is a cafe cocoa. I took a little bit less for that, and shipping was actually only $10. I guess with the new dimensional weight shipping in location, it was a little bit cheaper than I thought. Anyways, I dropped it off at the thrift store. I mean, at the post office, stopped at the Goodwill, and there was another one, brand new in the box, the exact same thing. So just like Hugo and Tiffany, I said, get in my cart, and I just recycled the listing. So yay for that. So that one just went up. So it looks like maybe I had a return or a canceled sale, but no, I just found another one. Now let's talk about this. I did already blast a couple of things about this, so most people already know, but for those that don't, I got this tip. I watched Thrift to Travel, Jen, Thrift to Travel on YouTube and Instagram too, right? Thrift to Travel.
Mm-hmm.
And she is known, she just started YouTube recently, and she's known for telling us her discontinued items that she finds in her retail arbitrage, or things that are just flipping for a crazy amount. And I don't know why she shares all those secrets, but she does. And so I'm like, okay, girl, I'm going to listen to you. So I checked her out last week, and she was excited about these. I'm like, oh my gosh, I raided King Super clearance rack last year and got like 6 bottles. I've just been using them for myself. And I have 2.5 bottles. So 2 full bottles left. I immediately went upstairs, got them, listed them, and they sold the next day for, I took a best offer of $105. That crazy. So if you want to keep up, if you want just someone to do the work for you, she's wonderful. She's adorable. Jen, Thrift to Travel. She's given us the scoop. She's given us the 411, spilling the tea. So I
love her stuff.
I think on the clearance rack, I paid like, I don't know, $1.49 at King Super. Crazy. So the rest of my sold, I'm going to do a sold video. So I'm going to stop the screen share now. All right. Am I back? Yes. So that was awesome. Okay. So let's see. Next segment, Reseller Confessions, my bads, or what the F's.
Oh, hey, this morning. eBay's been glitching for us.
Yeah.
I
think for everyone.
Yeah, I think.
Almost.
Did you say glitching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was it? The shipping thing on Monday really dragged our sales down.
Yeah, when they activated the new shipping.
The USPS shipping dimension. So Monday our sales were really, really, really bad. Monday and Tuesday were really affected by it. And then there was a glitch where we had a listing for, what are the pants? Prana pants? Oh, Grace in LA jeans that we had up. The listing that we had up on eBay was used jeans, but the pictures that were in the listing were from our new with tags listing. But when I list any of our clothing items or any items that I list, I cross-post immediately onto Poshmark and Mercari, so the pictures would be uniform across all 3 platforms. There's no way that I would have put the wrong pictures for a listing because I drag and drop across all 3.
Like if a mistake happens, it happens on all 3.
Yeah, so on Poshmark and Mercari, the pictures are the same. But eBay's pictures were wrong, which was really weird for us.
Like out of order, or someone else's pictures? Or?
It was our other listings pictures. So we have 2 Grace in LA listings, but the ones that we were looking at on eBay that had sold, I think, were the wrong pictures for that listing. But Poshmark and Mercari's matched. So eBay mixed up our photos. And then this morning, we sold a pair of silver jeans on eBay, but they had already sold on Mercari.
But we had taken them off.
We had taken them off, and they somehow relisted.
So we're gonna be a lot more vigilant of apparently.
We gotta check eBay now because there was someone else that was talking about it on social media that their ended items were getting relisted even though they weren't supposed to get relisted.
I've had that happen.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to end and delete more often now.
Did you guys check this? So I'm sorry if I'm insulting your intelligence, but let me just say it out loud. when we first switched over to good till canceled, when eBay made us switch over, so I noticed some of my listings were still up, and I panicked. I'm like, what the heck? But then when I looked at them, I noticed, oh, wait a minute. It's because I hadn't unchecked that item. Okay, it just said item out of stock, but so it looked like it was still a listing, but it really wasn't. It was just like saved so I could recycle it. And I had to go in and uncheck a certain box in settings. So did you guys check that to make sure it wasn't just
like an out of stock thing?
Yeah, we never.
We've always used good till cancel. So when it changed over, it didn't affect us.
Yeah, it didn't change.
We've done good till cancel since we started.
Okay. Well, sorry. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
Just wanted to double check.
I double checked some inventory on jeans this last yesterday, and out of about 20 jeans, 5 had just dropped off into no man's land.
Yeah, and that's another thing we're gonna have to do inventory again.
Check, yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's great. Our items, we have over 1,000 items online on our eBay store, but that also means we got to inventory over 1,000 items now and go through all the platforms. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's probably one of my biggest complaints with eBay is just them changing your information and messing your listings up or dropping them off completely. And it's like, come on, this is a business. We're here to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you should have programs in place to not have that happen. Where's the infrastructure that, you know, you're getting money off of me. Where's the infrastructure? Prevent that.
And then, shipping too. The other day I was shipping something. I needed a flat rate envelope. And all I had options was regional A box and like a small flat rate box. That's the only option the system was giving me. I, backed off, logged back in, same things. I ended up having to ship through pirate ship for that item. So, I mean, it's not a big deal, but had that happened to like 10 orders, that would have been a pain.
Did you try switching over to, dang it. I am so sorry if I'm treating you guys like kindergartens. But someone else might be listening and be like, oh, okay. So forgive me again if you guys already caught this. Did you switch over to carrier packaging?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The little tab where it's like custom or carrier package, and it'll tell you all the carrier package. Yeah, that's exactly where I was at. And it was only giving me like 2-3 options.
Yeah, we're in a little group chat with a bunch of people, and they had the same issues with their shipping, and they couldn't get flat rate envelopes, the padded envelopes the day that the new shipping change took place. A lot of the options weren't popping up for them anywhere.
Yeah.
I believe you, because I was on an Instagram thread too where people were talking about that. And then when I mentioned what I knew, they're like, I just don't, it's still not working. So I get it.
Yeah, so I don't think it's for everyone. But
isn't that weird how eBay glitches, though some will be for, like, some of us will have, I hardly ever get any eBay glitches. I wonder if it's because I keep my store small. Is that why?
How many items do you have?
I never keep more than 300.
See, and I'm at like the 200 mark. So I consider myself very small too. But I mean, even little glitches, like I do my listing on the computer because it's a big screen, and then I'll go take pictures with my phone. And so I'll pop into the eBay app, open up that draft, add the pictures, and I always have like send me best offer. But when you switch to the phone, it takes best offer off.
Yeah. Right?
As a standard, and I've noticed other things change too, but it will always happen with best offer will be taken off.
I hate that because I like to list on my phone, like I do a combination. And if I don't do it in the right order, I just screwed up my best offer and it won't let me update on the phone. Like, you're right, Lucy. Why is it so hard for eBay to get good IT people? They're out there. Are they not paying enough? What is the problem? I'm sorry, eBay. I love you, but come on now.
I just know that last year at eBay Open, there was a lot of issues discussed. We had a lot of different things that were brought to the platform, and I don't think I've seen a single issue resolved. Like they've come out and said, hey, we know about this glitch and we fixed it. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I don't pay enough attention to the news, but I can't think of a single thing they have fixed from last year. And that's if I went there this year, I'd just be saying the same things that I said last year.
You know, some people don't like to come back and admit guilt. I don't know what that's about. I have no problem going, I'm sorry, my bad. I have no problem because I ain't afraid of nobody like that. But some people and companies just can't do it. They can't admit culpability. So maybe that's why
they don't have to admit that they had a glitch. They could just say, hey, we've upgraded the infrastructure and it will now be better processing between, desktop and your app.
Right, they could do that.
But it's been the same glitches from a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. And then same, like one of the things that happens between mobile and desktop, on mobile it always takes off the selected for immediate payment.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I'm on mobile, it will take off immediate payment. But if I'm on desktop, I'm fine. So same thing, like if I cross over to do pictures or something like that, it throws off the whole listing.
Kenneth, come on now.
Changes one setting and you're going, what else did you change?
But you got something you can add to this topic. eBay glitches for you ever?
No, not really. I don't have, no.
That's awesome.
I've never had an issue with eBay. Other than the terms that I signed up and agreed with originally, and that's the percentage, but no.
Well, good. Awesome then. Well, let's see. Where are we at with our my bads? And I think we kind of covered stuff, but do you have a special my bad or what the F, Lucy, besides our little rant against eBay?
Yes, and it's with these cables. They normally go like $35 to $40, and so I put them up. I wanted to be aggressive, and I put them up for $35 each. And I forgot that I was on the 30% sale, so they automatically went down 30%.
Ouch.
So I was like, no.
Ouch.
But hey, it's still moving. It's still selling. Just forgot about that.
Kenneth, did you do anything goofy this month in any area?
Wow. I tell you, my biggest woe as of late, I guess, is just communication through. I've got 5 people on Fiverr working for me now on different projects. Just learning communications and doing so with diagrams and circles and arrows, red for no, green for yes. Yeah, that's about me lately.
Let me answer this question and I'll go. Trina says you can update best offer on the phone after the listing is live. You can turn off auto decline and add a price for auto accept. Instead of typing, I'll just speak it. That is true, but it's still, for some reason, it functions differently on your phone than it does on the computer. On the computer, you can just set it to, the choices, set it to where automatically accept any offer above whatever you set it. On the phone, it's going to automatically decline anything under, and I don't want that. I don't use the auto decline at all. I think that's kind of rude in my opinion, or unprofessional, let me say that. And so I want it to automatically accept a certain amount, but I don't want a decline message sent, because I don't even know how eBay is wording their decline message, and so that's a problem for me. Okay.
See, and I used to use auto decline. If I had a vintage T-shirt that was listed for $200, I would accept offers, but I would decline anything under 100. And I never gave much thought to how eBay responded. I was hoping that it was just a basic form. Your offer's been declined.
I use it too for similar scenarios.
I don't want someone to be turned off thinking, well, that was rude. And when it didn't even really come from me, I don't know how it's worded and nobody could tell me. So, I want something more polite, like, let's meet in the middle or try again, or I don't know, something polite that draws my client back to me, not like, well, and then just moves along. So I don't know. It's just differences. And plus, if you're real busy, if you have a huge store and you're busy, some people don't okay, like I wouldn't blame Hugo and Tiffany if they took auto decline because, oh my gosh,
Yeah, we use it.
do. But so our experience with auto decline, we've had people who will, and I'm pretty sure they probably sent like a lowball offer, but then they'll just keep doing it until the offer goes through because they'll be right at the lowest that we'll accept.
Yeah, because she sets it up with the little threshold so that if we're out and about, which we normally are, if an offer gets through, then we know it will still make money on that offer.
Yeah.
So if our sales are really slow that day, then we'll take that to help with the algorithm for eBay, but we found that it does help us.
Yeah, because sometimes we'll look and it's like, oh, this is the last offer available, and this is the first time we see it. They must have been lowballing the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I don't blame you two because you guys are super busy. Like, you know, I got a little time to look, you know, and deal. You guys you've got too many side hustles at once. You guys are really, you know, hustling. So I get that.
I find for me, it's mostly countering people that are just trying to get items off of me to flip. So I'll put up something that's very expensive, like a computer part or whatnot, and say it's a $200 computer part. Well, they want to get it for $50 so they can flip it back on eBay. So I don't think that they're getting offended at all.
Like, did you not see my feedback? I'm not a new seller. Like, let's see. Well, I have, God, man, we are not trying to bash eBay. I swear, we all do appreciate eBay, really, but still, it is what it is. I love my husband, but I still spill the tea on some of his idiosyncrasies, okay? So, my F is back to eBay. Oh my gosh, because, you know, my phone. So, in the last update, I don't know if any of you are enjoying this little thing. I did kick it with the glitch, didn't I? When you go to add pictures from your phone, from your photo album, because I like to take them myself on my phone because I can do square. For some weird reason, eBay will not give us a square setting when we use their app to take pictures. I don't know how long, I mean, we've been asking for that forever, but regardless. So now when you do that, it goes to your photos and it starts at the very beginning instead of the recently added. Oh my gosh, I only have about 2,000 pictures on my photo roll, but still that's a lot of, and I'm like, what? And some people have way more than that. So I did go to the community boards when I kept re-downloading the app. I'm like, oh, let me go over to eBay community boards and see. And sure enough, other people were complaining about the same thing and they are aware of it and they say they're fixing it, but it has been like over 3 weeks. So in the meantime, I'm just putting things into different folders on my phone. So then I can just a little click of go to the folder. But yeah, that was a little unnerving and it took me a while to get smart and be like, okay, let me go see what other people are saying about this. So if you're experiencing that, it's not your phone, don't panic, do the workaround. That's all. I think we've spanked eBay enough today. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let me say hi to Adam. Oh, Adam, I spelled your name wrong. Hi. I met Adam in eBay Open too. He's got a little YouTube channel as well. Where are we at now? 1099 diversity report, more money. Does anybody have anything interesting in one of their other side hustles? Non-reseller related? Anything interesting or just whatever?
Oh, you started lab instruction.
Yeah, I picked up another one. Now at the school where she's financial aid director, I'm an instructor there for the students now for the lab
Monday and Wednesday. Yeah. So we'll be heading there after the show.
Nice.
But that's an additional 4 hours a week. Do lab instruction.
And in our case, lab instructor means I get to work with them at the gym.
So it's
I like the gym.
So that's like multitasking, right? You're getting your workout too, or sort of. So that I get that.
And it's the students are great. Everyone's really nice. So it's just a lot of talking for 2 hours about something that he enjoys. And then my time at the school goes by really quick because I'm just working on numbers, which I like. And I think that's it. And we picked up our returning clients. So we just have a little bit more time More training time on the weekends.
Yeah, and then also in reselling stuff, I fell off a little bit, but picked up more cross posting to offer up, and there is more activity going on now. It's kind of like all the other things. The more you list on there, the more activity. But we've had people asking questions for shipping even, because offer up does shipping too.
Offer up, okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear the news? I posted among many other people that some regions of Goodwill are going to do a collab with OfferUp and start.
Yeah, we saw that.
That out.
Yeah.
I think California had, was it San Diego or San Francisco? I think was going to, because you guys are in Cali, right?
Yeah, but we're LA, so.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Lucy?
Well, a couple just things I'll mention. I switched over to the Southwest. I got a business, official business card. In addition to, my other one was sort of officially business, but anyhow, I got a Southwest card. And so now I have 73,000 points. I'm doing all my purchasing on there. So hopefully that will help out with family vacations. So that's something that I've been working on. And then I've taught my daughter how to scan at the stores and how to take eBay photos. So I have a photographer.
Oh, nice.
She's been doing pretty good.
How old is she?
10.
Good job on that.
Cool.
She's very much into fashion, so she likes to arrange the shirts and all nice.
Kenneth? I know you can't make a project.
I'm sorry, what was the topic?
Diversity report, more money, but...
Oh my, yeah, not more money. I'm still spending, not bringing it in. Gosh, what?
Well, how's the salon going? How's that going?
Oh, my wife kicks ass.
Yeah.
I'm on her to go up on her prices by 25% just to bleed off 25% of the clientele. Pretty much the industry standard. But yeah, Lisa rocks.
Yeah, you have to do that every once in a while. I'm from the salon background too. Yeah, you have to do that every once in a while. Most of your clients will stay, but
yeah, she loves her clients and thinks they're family. And I was like, well, you know, cost of living is cost of living, no matter. So yeah, I'm folding foils and towels on a daily basis, hon.
Well, let's see. We need some more action from Kenneth because the ladies adore him. So I need him to talk more too. They want to see his pretty face. Okay.
That hair, I mean, that hair is really good. That alone sells some time in the salon. Like, if I was, I'd probably go to that salon.
How about it's summertime? I know you've been to some concerts or festivals or something, right? Tell us something like that, then.
No, I haven't. Truthfully, guys, I have been working 7 days a week on this project.
Okay.
You know, the wife and I on Sundays we dedicate to house cleaning. But yeah, if it's not my project work, it's the salon work, and that's about it. We eat dinner together and watch a show on occasion.
Okay, ladies, you'll just have to wait for next month to get more of Kenneth because he should have some good stories for us next month and some progress updates and announcement, hopefully, of his new venture. Okay, me. You know what? Nothing either. Oh my gosh. Just still working on. Oh, can I brag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to eBay Open, right? But I had a bunch of money saved up for it in my underwear drawer. Okay, I spent it. Can I show you on what I did? Oh my gosh, you guys.
Underwear?
I do need a new bra. I don't know if you guys saw my haul video last week. My bra strap broke halfway through. Oh my gosh, never mind. It was crazy. Okay, look, you guys. I bought, because I'm rendering video. Look at this big screen. Look how I bought a 32-inch screen and a gaming computer, so it has a higher end graphics card. And you know, it's all lit up and everything. So, okay. So that's where my money went. But I'm pretty darn excited about that.
That is awesome.
It's so awesome. And it's so altogether it was about $1,300, which is I had $1,500 for eBay because that's what it cost me last year. So yeah, I needed a better graphics card. It's got 4 fans, and what did I want to say? Oh, it's got the new solid state too, so it's pretty zippy. So, and I'm, that's my reselling money. So I don't know. You guys can do it too. Okay. I know, Adam, TMI, but it really did. And then there was this weird wardrobe malfunction and this weirdness. Anyways, I wasn't going to make a whole haul video over, so I just posted it anyways, and I copped to it. So you hush, Adam.
You're just being real. It happened.
It looked like. Never mind. Never mind me.
I can't say pants because I don't wear pants. I wear shorts. But I've torn shorts, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get home for another 4 hours, so we're just going to go with it.
Just like, I can't redo a whole hour. Oh, my gosh. Just don't look. So let's see. We do have some people in the chat. Thanks, y'all. So does anybody have a question, a Q&A question? Oh, you know what? I did have something I wanted to show. If we don't have any questions, most everybody in the chat, they're good sellers too. Can I do another screen share of what I've learned? Do you guys mind? Can I do that?
Go for it.
Okay, let me figure it out again. Because I did brag about I'm not doing it, am I? It's not working.
Not yet.
Oh, I forgot. Application window. You have to, when it says entire screen, then you switch over to application window. That's the part I always forget, and then you get that tunnel. Okay, am I good?
Yep.
So I talked about joining that group and learning some new things, right? So here's one of the things that I learned. Like, seriously, I would never, like, this is not my aesthetic, okay? But this is one of the first things I learned was about this. I sold Fenton. I just sold a Fenton cat a couple months ago, like 99 cents into like $20 or $25. But I would never really mess with this kind of stuff. But I learned it from them within 2 weeks. This is the uranium glass. Something about uranium salts or something. And so when you use a black light, it glows. So, and some people like to collect that. So that's one of the first things I learned. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So I bought a $5 black light off of eBay and bought that and bragged about it. Thanks to the group, Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady's group. And anyways, there it is. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've seen that. Those random things I watch or listen to in the background. One of them was this Australian picker show, where these two, like there's an Australian well-known picker and a UK picker, and they traveled through Australia picking, but they went to a shop and they picked up a few of those. And ever since I saw that episode, I'm like,
oh yeah, that's right.
I'm like, I gotta find some of this cool green glass.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. Just when you have time, which I don't know when that would be, you guys. just Google uranium glass, Vaseline glass, or whatever, and then. Because apparently it's just all different kinds. Some of that was a satin, but some of the clearer glass will do it too. But it's a certain time period. I can't remember if it's before.
Yeah, they said it on the show too. I forgot the time period, but yeah.
But that's pretty cool, isn't it? So, okay. Let me see. Question: what are you folks going to use for your guest panels when Oh, I know. I see it. When Hangout goes away in August. Did you guys see that in our Hangout?
No.
It's time. August the 1st, Hangouts on air going away. Adam, I haven't really looked into it because in a YouTube chat forum, I read from a trusted source, so I hope this is true, that Google is going to implement another one of their products for us to use, a product they already have that they're upgrading or going to upgrade, and that they're going to allow us to use that. And so I'm thinking I don't have to hustle just yet, but it is time for me to start doing research again and figuring that out. but supposedly they're going to offer us something. We'll see. Or I'm going to I'll go check out, it says youtube.com webcam, or I'll get another service and figure out the whole encoder situation. Yes, allegedly. I know.
Yeah, we do our weekly lives. So I didn't even think about that.
Well, we've got this month to kind of figure it out.
I think there's enough people that use it that there will be a problem or a solution voiced out pretty quick.
Because Google does Google own YouTube now? Yeah, so they're supposed to slide over one of their Google. It's kind of like Zoom, multi-people. They're supposed to slide one of those over. We'll see. I hope that's true, because that would make it a lot easier on all of us, right?
Yeah.
Just like what is it? iTunes is going away, but now it will just be Apple Music. So.
Well, that's one thing that we all know, and I think why we're successful is we are not afraid of change. We're cool to adapt. We're cool. We might complain a little, snip a little bit, but then we just get right on board and what's next. It kind of keeps life exciting, right? No, Adam, I'm not saying use Zoom. I'm saying it's kind of, when I saw pictures of their Google product, you can go look at it. People use it now. It's the Google, they use it now for business in their Google product lineup menu. But I was just saying it was kind of like that.
Technology these days is so amazing. I have a quick story if we have a moment.
No, sure.
My refrigerator broke, and long story short, there was a little valve at the very bottom that was leaking water, just like a drip here, a drip there. And it took us a while to figure that out. But once I did, I was able to go to one of the websites, find the part number, and that part site wanted $58. Well, it was over on Amazon with same-day delivery for $25, $26. So I ordered the part. It was coming that evening. They had a 6-minute YouTube clip on how to change out the part. So I watched that. I was ready to go. My part arrived at 6 o'clock. By 6:10, I had the part changed out. Fridge was fixed. So back in the day, I would have had to call somebody or, gone shopping to many part centers, and just the amount of headache that is saved by technology today is amazing.
I know. It's so crazy when I think about how, I didn't have this growing up. I didn't have this. Mm-hmm. So, I think as a teenager, I finally had an Atari Pong game. I had cable TV finally, but I did not have any of this. So I can't even imagine how different my life might have been or might be. But thank goodness I embrace it now. So I really appreciate it too. And I'm happy for millennials that are growing up with it, and getting to utilize it. Don't take it for granted. Oh my goodness. I know some people say it's evil, but we're all smart. We know how to use things, for the good. You remember Atari Pong, Connie? I know. Oh my gosh, who would have the patience for that now? Dude.
I had it. That was my first game system.
Have you played it, Hugo?
Yeah, that was my first game system. I know. I was a few games behind, but my family at the time, they're like, they got me that for Christmas. But yeah, it was just.
What was your favorite your first favorite game, Kenneth?
I think my first game ever was in television.
Oh.
I don't even know what year. I never have been one for games, athletic or otherwise. Yeah.
I don't know what you do with your time, but okay.
Music.
He cracked me up. Okay, I don't even know what to say to that. Did you, Hugo and Tiffany, and Lucy, you're only in your 30s, right?
I hit 40 this year. But,
oh, you did? Oh, okay.
My daughter thinks 25, so keep that lie alive.
I thought you looked so young. You look like a baby girl, too. So did you guys grow up with the big arcade machines? Did you guys get to go do that as kids?
Oh, yeah, I'd go to arcade.
Oh, okay.
I'd play arcades at, what was it, Shakey's.
Oh, no, my family didn't pay for stuff like that. So I used to type Mavis Beacon on the computer, and that was my game. Mavis Beacon had like the It was the car game. So it was like you were driving in the car and you had to type fast. Yeah, you had to type words fast enough so like the fly wouldn't get stuck on your windshield or something like that. So my dad used to take me to work with him, and he was a computer programmer for Kaiser Permanente. And so he would take me to the office on the weekends, and I would be bored there. So I would either play solitaire or free cell, or open up Mavis Beacon and work on my typing. But I would open up the game part of that and type. And that was my game.
So they had to be learning focused or whatever.
Yeah, and I played Chinese drum rope by myself because I didn't have siblings. So I
give her a hug. Give her a hug for us. Oh, poor Tiff. Well, I liked Galagula. I liked Galagula.
Yeah. Galaga? Yeah.
Is that how you say it with the little dropping?
Yeah.
This was been in the mid 80s.
I like
they had the discotheque I went to. They had an arcade room in the back. It was fun.
Well, now around us here, I'm not sure if you guys have seen any pop up. Arcade bars are
a big
thing right now.
Yep. We take the kids to our local one. They got the pinball. They've got the old Dig Dug.
Yeah.
Got all the good ones down there. In Vegas, there's the Pinball Hall of Fame. You guys should go there while you're down there.
So, when you say bar, do you mean like adult?
It's a barcade instead of an arcade.
Okay, for adult.
So there's there's a bar walking distance from our place that just opened, and inside there's a bunch of like the old arcade machines, and there's a bar, an actual alcohol bar, and they serve like food and drinks.
And they're open till like 2 a.m. It's an adult.
It's an adult barcade.
But it's full of games.
Yeah.
See, I've gone to those, and then I stopped socializing with friends, and I'm just playing games, and I forget I'm actually there to hang out with people.
Oh, what I did play as a child. So I don't know. I know you play poker, Yvon, but so there's a Chinese card game that's similar to poker, but it's 13 cards. And I know they have it at some casinos, but it's so each person is dealt 13 cards. You normally play with 4 people. This is what I played when I was a child, because Chinese New Year, they would give me money and I would gamble with the adults. But it was 13 cards, and your highest hand would be the bottom, because you would do 5 cards, 3 cards.
Oh, what's that called? I played that. I tried to learn it.
I have no idea. But so like if you had a full house.
Family game night. That
was my family game night. So if you had like a full house, then that would be your bottom hand.
You want your strongest.
You want your strongest hand at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you would even out your middle and your top. So if you had, say you had 2 full houses, instead of doing 2 full houses, you would do a full house, 3 of a kind, and then a pair at the top. So you would still beat someone on all levels, because it was like $1 a level. It was like $1 for every ace you had. It was, if you had a complete straight, then it would be 13. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to learn that. Not to be, I hope I'm not being politically incorrect, but that's an Asian favorite game.
It is.
It's big in Vegas.
At casinos and online too. I tried to learn it.
Yeah, so my family taught me how to play that when I was like 7 or 8. So I would play with them, because Chinese New Year, I would get my laissez money, my red envelope, and then they would give me change for my red envelopes, and then I would sit at the table with my uncles and my mom and my aunt, and they would let me bet on my hand. They taught me how to play that.
That's a tough game. I just could not get the hang of it.
I can't get the hang of poker.
No. You know, I took a whole semester off of college 8 years ago, and I studied it like a college course. So like I have 2 shelves full of poker books. They're not just sitting there. I read them, and I practiced every day. So there was a learning curve, and I watched it on TV. It was on YouTube, on TV. It was a learning curve, but yeah.
Wow, I just play poker for fun, so I'm not. I wouldn't be able to make a living off of it.
I like money.
The 1099.
2 of our restaurant customers are big time poker players.
Yeah, we have some guys that they live in
travel.
San Jose.
Yeah.
But whenever they come down to LA games, they eat
they
at a
do the
restaurant
televised,
every day because they'll be on TV.
They'll do the televised like poker tournaments, and we see them in our restaurant.
And they'll show up with like a random Camry. It's like, oh yeah, I won this one. I'm just driving this one for now.
Yeah, like they flew down, won a car. They're gonna
drive it back.
That's kind of what I hope to do. I've played in one of the televised one, Heartland, the smaller one. It comes to Colorado twice a year. I've actually played in that one. That's kind of my goal. I'd be doing more of it now if my father didn't need help, but that's okay. I'll wait till Steve retires. But my goal would be for us to travel around, have a small eBay store, you know, just like in the back of our toy hauler, and go around and play poker too. That would be my dream.
That's pretty awesome.
I know. I hope that comes true. I do. Okay. Well, mantras, mojos, life hacks.
I think this last month, the biggest thing we learned is consistency.
I was gonna say that. Yeah. Be consistent.
Oh, that's mine. Consistency over intensity.
Yes.
Yes, and we've learned that this last month because in the month before, it
was more intensity than
because
of our scheduling. And so like instead of planning out our listings on a daily basis, it was just I would be able to do it on Friday, so then I'd have like 60 listings go live on Friday, and I would just work straight to do that. But this past month, we've been working on that consistency, and instead of doing it all at one time, we've been mapping it out throughout the week, and that's actually helped our business significantly.
Yeah.
You guys have to, with what you're trying to do. And I mean, now's the time to do it while you're younger, because when you get older, you're not going to have the patience or the energy for it. So I get it. This is age appropriate for y'all to be hustling like you are. I know we tease you, but really we don't need to worry about it. You guys are young and you guys keep in shape. And this is what you do when you're in that age group. So you set yourself up. But you guys kind of have to, definitely.
Yeah, but with the consistency, it went from 60 on Friday to
we're doing 10 every day.
10 every day, and it's just like if she might do 60 on Friday, but she will draft 50, and every day we can just go in the morning before heading to work and put 10 up live, so that
eBay's staying
active every day instead of just these spikes of listings.
Yeah, an active store is a happy store.
Yeah.
Lucy, got any words for wisdom? Any life hacks?
Yeah, just organization and consistency over intensity. And this week, I'm working on making a list of everything I need to do twice a year, and then everything I need to do weekly. So every week, like I need to add things to my repricer, add things to my promotions, and then every 6 months I need to go through my forecast and my goals and write down my accomplishments. So that is what we're working on this week.
I like that. Write down accomplishments. That's kind of like,
as do I.
You know, make a list of stuff you did yesterday so you can go done.
I find it very, very important and for my psychological mind and just everything, because sometimes I blank. I'm going, what did I do the last 6 months? I don't remember. And then I start thinking about it. I'm like, oh yes, I got that new credit card so I can get points, and I paid off this, and I upgraded this, or I bought this software, and so it's all learning, and you build on that learning.
You're right. You know what? I think I'm going to do that too, because
you should. You joined a new Facebook group, right?
Yeah.
And you learned a bunch of new bolos.
Right, because like I didn't even realize how much I have accomplished, because I was just thinking to my husband, I was like, July the 1st, what happened to June? I must have been having fun. It must have been a good month. But you're right. Like I just rattled off in this show some things that I accomplished, right? So yeah, I like that. And it's funny too, like I've got a reseller friend, you know how we all have our side chats going with different groups, and and she's always like needs a motivation. And I'm like, wait a minute, you did this, and this. And she's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Lucy, that was great. I love that. Kenneth?
Gosh, guys, what's changed my productivity is making a list on a daily basis. and checking them off at the end of the day. Some of them carry on to the next day, but I have to hope that if we work diligently, we will reach our goals, you know. So maybe stay diligent this month.
Stay diligent. Oh yeah, that's hard too this time of year. There's so much, well, for me, there's so much fun. Like it's summer. I've got so many events on the calendar. So that, yeah, that's a hard one, but I'll keep that in mind. I don't know about you guys. I've got a lot of events. Don't you guys have at least a wedding or something?
July is packed for me.
Like
Just absolutely
kids stuff,
packed.
a wedding,
eBay open, and then we're gonna go see Chrissy in Portland, like 3 days after coming back from open or something like that.
I almost asked Chrissy too if she could, but I thought, oh, she's probably, you know, she has a full-time job too, so.
Yeah, her schedule's.
And then I thought, oh, my girl Lucy, yes, people will love her.
Yes, thank you for thinking of me, Yvon.
Yes. I forgot. Did we do Kenneth?
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah,
did me. Well, I'm a hot mess, aren't I? So, yeah, I needed that other cup of coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker, just a little bit in the morning. So I'm not a big coffee drinker, and I did have a second cup, and woo, yeah. I don't see how y'all do it so, all day long, but I don't really have anything, you guys. Just keep on freedom tracking. That's one of my mantras. I'm a freedom tracker. So keep on, you know, doing that. Anything in your life that is not toward your goals and the way you want your life to be, you may not know the steps to get to exactly where you want to be, but at least eliminate everything that doesn't fall in line, everything that doesn't belong on the list. So at least start to eliminate that.
I heard a farewell speech this last couple of weeks, and the lady said, live your vision, not your situation. And I think that is huge, especially for the kids at our school. It's, you know, you may be stuck in a situation that you don't necessarily like, but live your vision, not your situation.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a good one.
All right, you guys, does anybody have any last words? I think that was it. I thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. We do this once a month, monthly, every first Monday of the month. I'm not sure whose channel it will be on next month. If Kenneth or Tiffany and Hugo or Julie or whoever fills in wants to host it on their channel, that's so cool with me. But we'll let you know. So follow all of us on Instagram, YouTube. We better go. I'm sure the kids got to get to something. All right. Bye, y'all. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you so much.